part of that was using that length.
Daniels spray it out. McCollum. Only one shot attempt still for Brooklyn. The 2-for-3 start, all from 3 for Atlanta. Their first 2-point attempt is a slam for Claxton. Still looking for the first points of the night for Brooklyn. Claxton, attack mode, and the next first basket of the game. McCollum. Attack, find, Daniels, 5 to shoot. Right back to CJ for the deuce. Fernandez was mentioned now with all 5 rookies at points this season as McCollum loads it up and knocks it down. Points, McCollum now 3 for 3 from the floor. Rob's going to check in, next dead ball for Brooklyn. Chore, bounce it. Claxton on Okongwu for 2. Jalen Johnson running the show. Saraf, extra. It's man in the corner for 3. On the drive, it's Williams, but he couldn't finish. Johnson up ahead. Gay with position. The catch and finish. Plus the foul. Nets gave up 29 second chance points in that loss to Charlotte. Minot gets right to work with his first bucket of the night. Second part of that is, Megan's absolutely correct. Jordi Fernandez was very complimentary of Danny Wolf. Do a good job of communicating on that defensive end. They really liked what he showed on that end just as much as he did on the offensive side.
And I think you said the key word, team defense.
Alec
It was across the board for a lot of these individuals of just understanding the different coverages and schemes they've been trying to implement.
Why not? No. Johnson, yes. Shooting the ball effectively. Good hustle on both ends. Now showing the versatility as he brings the ball up the floor a little bit more consistently. That one goes down for Gabe Vincent from the outside. Nice pass from McCollum, couldn't finish it.
And it was a little bit of everything, you know, the rebounding aspect, always blocking out, does a lot of the attention to detail thing.
3 ball for Malachi Smith. Johnson up high for the rebound. 7 seconds left in this opening quarter. Johnson will take it himself. Johnson right to the rack to bake it home. Hands. Johnson got it back. Open man on the outside. Oh, you can't leave him. Smith.
Every circumstance, the Hawks are going to try and look for those deflections.
Johnson right at Kuminga. And a tough finish. Jalen Johnson goes window. Atlanta nearly 4 minutes without a field goal. Net shooting 55%. And that one finally goes. Kuminga on a line drive. Smith put it on the deck. Had it stripped. Kispert with the hands. Bounce it Alexander-Walker. Oh, fake the lob to take it in himself. McCollum fouls. Okongwu soaring in. And a timeout called.
That they were right there fighting and playing the right way. It's going to have to be and going to need to be simple play after simple play after simple play.
Which can be so hard at times because now Atlanta's on a 9-0 run and you go down by double digits, you feel like you got to go make that superhuman play when in actuality everything Megan just said of what Jordi Fernandez is telling his team is accurate. Always talking about playing off of 2 feet, making the simple pass. That is a good one and a tough pass. Reads the Shea ahead of the pack. Right at man, and he banks it home. 0.1 turnovers a night. Johnson got to his spot. That's just tough. Approaching 4 to play in the first half. Clowney right to work.
I do not say this because we are with them. The Brooklyn Nets contact team does in the business. They do such an extraordinary job, especially on all of those guys.
McCollum, the steal, and the 3 ball. 6 to shoot. McCollum picks up his dribble. Okongwu attacks on Claxton, and he floats it home. Nets offense has been impressive. 50% from the floor, 50% from 3. Terrence Mann continues to lace it. Clowney looking for an option. He'll drive. Clowney all the way in for 2. Approaching a minute to play in the second. McCollum spray it out. Johnson's 3 ball is good. Atlanta now 10 of 19 from 3. Clowney lost it. Alexander-Walker on the open floor. And Daniels with a finish.
Once again, 4 points off turnovers, 23 already in this half alone.
Traore puts an end to an 8-0 run. In double figures for Brooklyn. Daniels on the cut, couldn't finish. Yeah, the Nets come out to start this third quarter. Of course, we're going to have Nickeil Jones joining us. Has no Clowney. Gets right down the middle for the foot injury or season, unfortunately over. But how you doing, man? How you feeling everything over?
To be able to improve, you know, way before the summer even starts. So I get this little time advantage. And, you know, Danny, who's not the most regular player in a good way of his word, meaning that he's...
You guys have done such a great job, though. And Nickeil, you talk about you 5 rookies, but just overall, the connectivity, it feels like the bench is always cheering. This whole group, no matter who has been in or playing, you guys have such a love and a joy for each other's success. What's it been like, just as a whole, getting used to everyone and having that acclimation process of, regardless of who's in that type of team?
Yeah, retire it or, you know, whatever it is. So that's been very helpful to me as a rookie, not knowing anybody, not just dreaming about. That's hard to dream about, really. Like, how do you know if you ever meet someone like KD, you know? But
that makes you feel like you made it, right?
Yeah, no, not just like I made it, but sometimes even just appearance of a person like this can help younger people, and I 100% believe that. And wow,
that's a tough bucket for Kuminga.
Yeah, and ever since, and mentally to that level of, you know, what we see here in NBA, meaning just like about American basketball, right? I think that helped me the most. Sports, you know, whatever it is, acting, like all of that, like you can see people here around, right?
Kispert gets it right back for him. McCollum bounce. Kispert, fake, fire, hit. Johnson thought about the attack. Now he will go to work. Tough push, goes down. 90 seconds gone in this fourth. See if Malachi Smith has another 3-ball ready to go. Instead, it's Saraf right to work.
Collectively as a team.
Kispert got some space for 3. Okongwu back on the floor. So is Dyson Daniels. Kispert again. Doesn't need much time or space. Smith misses. Rebound collected by Daniels. They're going to look for him again. Johnson tries on the bump and finish. Mentioned overseas, Puerto Rico, France, and Canada for Scott.
I knew you were going to bust out the list for us.
I was ready.
You're going to get into all the G League teams?
I mean, I could if you want to go through. Powell looking to drive. Minot 3 is there. Talk about improved shooting and length. Josh Minot making it rain again. Oh, nice pass, and it's Okongwu.
Try and lock in. The Hawks have put in some newer players.
That includes Christian Koloko and Buddy Hield. As that one falls, Buddy Hield way off. Johnson on the take. Bounce it. Scott got up. And a foul. It's Trey for 2 plus 1. That's still shooting the ball 50% from the floor, 41% from 3. Lob it inside. Koloko comes down, and he has a chance for 3.
I'm going to close this out with just Lucky Charms.
Oh,
Lucky
yeah.
Charms with just the marshmallows.
So
just pick them all out.
The marshmallows.
For...
No, you need the balance. Saraf final attack. Try to get it back to Scott. Buddy Hield will dribble it out.